No one could have predicted the severity of this storm or how much of Florida would be impacted. But if anyone should try to prepare adequately for a storm, especially to protect patients and healthcare workers, it's hospital systems. It is once again a representation of their failures.
That was Sarah Warren pleading for better care for the nurses who take care of us. Tonight, we're putting the spotlight on the men and women whose service we all rely on. Police officers, firefighters, teachers, military. They do right by us on a daily basis. Why aren't we doing right by them? Are we failing our front line? Our focus tonight, nurses. Sarah, I want to bring you in, and I want to start with you because you have been an advocate for nurses on social media for a few years, and you say the hospital has really failed you during the hurricane. So help us understand what is being done to nurses that has to change.
Hi, yes, thank you so much for having me on. Just want to clarify here. I actually had back surgery on August 2nd, so I technically am not working at the bedside right now, but I have family members, friends, coworkers, and colleagues all across Lee County and the Southwest Florida area who've been working diligently to care for patients under what can only be described as, treacherous conditions. And a lot of this does not start and end with COVID. It doesn't start and end with a hurricane or a natural disaster. These are systemic issues that run through healthcare and have run through healthcare for decades. A lot of these issues we have as nurses and other healthcare workers try to sound the alarm again and again and again and again, but it feels like we're talking to a wall at some point. And we're
But it's not just about contracts and money, which is real. I remember after 9/11, how the firefighters that everybody loved, they went to negotiate a contract and they got done dirty by the city. So that's not new that we don't take care of the people who take care of us. But the levels of this are overwhelming. You sent us video. There was no water during the hurricane prep in the hospitals, and people had to bring their own. And you gave us some video that we should put up of where the hospitals were telling people publicly the water's okay now. And you sent us video of it where the water's coming out milky into the container. And you're saying that, it's these types of things, but also the emotional burdens that are put on people that aren't addressed. How so?
Yes, so that's just kind of an instance of gaslighting, right? And trying to show the public that things are okay when they really aren't. And I am always going to listen to and believe the people who are actually there caring for patients, right? And you spoke about money and contracts, and really there's no amount of money that can make up for a loss of dignity in your work, right? And when you are working harder than you've ever worked before and you're still seeing poor outcomes for your patients because you don't have adequate resources, that takes a toll on you. It causes guilt, it causes grief. And we are experiencing that every single day that we clock in. And I can only imagine what the healthcare workers across Southwest Florida and across Florida are experiencing right now.
And it's also across the country.
Their trauma.
So you're in Florida. I want to get another perspective now from one of your sisters in care, another nurse, Kelly Onnes. Now, Sarah's in Florida. Kelly is in Minnesota, okay? She works as an ICU nurse there. She recently picketed along 15,000 other healthcare workers. It was the largest strike of private nurses in U.S. history, and save the, how could they abandon the people they're caring for? The hospital had 10 days notice. They put staffing in place. The nurses were never going to let anybody get hurt. They got back on the job. But why was it important enough for you to do what nurses hate to do the most, which is leave? You guys always are open to overworking. You're always open to extending yourselves, which your employers count on, by the way. But this time it was too much. What's the message?
The message is that the profession of nursing and truly healthcare, the healthcare system as it is right now, as it continues to become more and more corporatized, is at a breaking point. That the work that we're continuing to do and has gotten harder. We've gotten more and more resources removed from the bedside where the patients are. Also, hospital systems can make a profit. And ultimately, this is harmful to the patients, and it's causing nurses to leave the profession, leave the bedside, working in hospitals. And that was ultimately why we walked out, as to say, you need us to do this job. We need to be well staffed so that we can do the best for our patients, not the bare minimum, so that you can save $1.
So it's not over yet. But
No.
you have said that some of the hospitals where the people are from who went out onto the street, they're back at the table and talking. So that's good news. But what is your message to the people watching right now, some of whom may be in Minnesota, about how much nurses mean to your care when you're in the hospital?
Nurses are everything when you're in the hospital. They are the ones who are the eyes and ears for the doctors when they're not there 24/7. They are in constant contact with them when they have concerns about a patient. They are making sure that your admission information is collected so that your concerns can be addressed while you're there. They're making sure that you have the knowledge and the tools that you need when you discharge and all that in between. They are making sure that from head to toe, and including your family and loved ones, all of that is being cared for and addressed so that you can get well and back to baseline and we can be but a memory.
Kelly, I appreciate you, and I'm with you. And this is just the first segment I'm doing. I'm going to stay on it because it matters. All right? Now, so we have Sarah in Florida, Kelly in Minnesota, and now I want to bring in an ICU nurse from Arizona, Lauren Leander. Now, I know Lauren. From back during the COVID days. I had her on my show a couple of times to talk about this, and I was so moved by her going out when people were going crazy about COVID and not wanting to follow any of the restrictions, and she just stood there in her hospital garb as a sign of somebody who just wants to help. And I wanted to come back. I want you to be part of this conversation about how it's never gotten better. This was the iconic picture that really grabbed my heart about Lauren's dedication. You say, Lauren, first of all, it's good to see you, but that things haven't gotten better. Even though everybody was banging their pans at 7 o'clock at night and shouting for all the first responders and the people in the hospitals for helping us, that you aren't getting the help you need.
Yeah, I think nurses really lost trust in our hospitals and in our healthcare system throughout the pandemic. Why were we so unprepared? Where was our PPE? Why were we still wearing N95s for 7 days at a time? Our trust was broken. And I think at this point, the healthcare system as a whole holds a really great responsibility to try to earn that trust back in a meaningful way and rebuild our nursing workforce as people are leaving in the masses.
You took a break, and it's so interesting reading what happened to you when you took the break. How many weeks in did you see a change?
It took me 3 weeks for my body to actually leave fight or flight mode, or to leave the complete state of adrenaline that we were all living in for all these years. It took 3 weeks, and I broke out in hives. Undiagnosable by multiple physicians. I had gut issues, severe brain fog. I was sleeping 12 to 14 hours a night and still feeling completely at unrest. So my body finally had a moment to face what was living underneath this state of adrenaline for all these years.
Now, the thing that you guys have been working against you in a paradoxical way here is that you care too much. So you will stay and do the job because it means so much to you. It's hard for people like you to find fulfillment in other jobs the way you do with the care that you give to people in their worst moments and in their best moments of their lives. How does that play into the psychology of getting what you deserve as employees?
I think it brings up this greater conversation that nurses are an investment, not an expense. Nurses are worth being invested in. Those of us who are willing to stay, those of us who are willing to come back if conditions are changed, we feel like an expense. We feel like a group of people that pennies can just be squeezed from, and we're not. We know at this point, we have proven it to ourselves and the world that we are worth it. We are an investment, and we are the backbone of the healthcare system, and we deserve to be treated that way.
So here's the pledge. Just like when we first met, and I said I'm going to keep coming back to you so you can tell me what's going on. The next step for us is to contact the employers. And we're going to ask about what's happening in Minnesota because they have the most acute issues. But we'll go one by one. And we'll try to get them on and try to talk to them. And if they don't want to come on, then I'm going to expose them. But Lauren, thank you so much. I appreciate you and I wish you well. And I look forward to being in touch.
Thank you, Chris. Good to see you.
Our thanks to Kelly and to Sarah as well, and to all the nurses out there. You are appreciated for what you do that we can't do for ourselves, and we have to have your back.